In this video, I'll be showing you how to organize objects such as tables and fields into folders so that when a user goes into Query Builder, they'll be able to find the tables and fields easily and in a way that it makes sense, and it doesn't necessarily have to follow how the database is structured. What we're looking at now is Studio, and I've opened up the AdventureWorks metadata model, and you can see here for tables I've got two sections. The top section shows the tables that will be displayed to the user, and they're organized into folders, and the bottom section, all tables, is the complete list of tables. Occasionally you'll have a table that is hidden and not shown to the user, or it's only appearing in a join, so that'll appear in the bottom section. So for purchasing, what I'm going to do is just delete this folder here, and we'll recreate it so that you can see how we can organize the tables quickly. What I'll do is I'll create a new folder, and I'll call it Purchasing. And we'll put all the purchasing related tables into this folder. So what I'm going to do, instead of opening up all tables and dragging and dropping them into purchasing, I'm going to select Add Tables to Folder. And this will give me a complete list of all the tables that are available, and I can select them. But I just want purchasing, so I'm going to reduce the set by doing a search and reducing it to anything related to purchasing, and select those. And you can see I've quickly pulled the tables into the purchasing folder. Now I can now create a subfolder under there, and I'll call that vendor. And again, I can select tables and put them into vendor, or I can drag and drop them into vendor like this. So you can see very quickly I'm starting to build up the structure for tables. Now I'll move on to fields within a table and how to organize those. I've just selected one of the sales persons tables, and you can see, just like tables, you've got a top section where you've got fields that will be displayed to the user, and then you've got a bottom section where you get a list of all the fields. Now what I'm going to do is just delete all the fields so we can start from absolutely nothing. So I'm just deleting the fields in the display section, and now we're in a situation where we've got a new table and we've got columns, but none of them have been displayed yet. So I'll come down to the All section, and I'll right click and add field to display. So if I do this, I will add just the selected field to the display area, and I can continue that down. But if you've got a lot of fields, this can be quite time consuming. So instead of doing that, what I can do is go up to the top section and say Add Fields, and this will allow you to select multiple fields and add them to the display in one hit. Now in the display area, I'm just going to create a folder, and I'm going to create a folder called Year for these years down the bottom here. And instead of dragging and dropping them into the year folder, I'm going to right click on the folder and say Add Fields to Folder, just like tables. And I'll select the years that I want in that folder, and you can see they've now been moved in. There's another option where occasionally you've built up your display area, and you've decided that the fields that you've included in a folder need to be moved somewhere else. So in that scenario, you can use the Move Fields option, and that'll allow you to multiple select fields and move them from one location or out of a folder into another folder. So that's a general overview of organizing fields and tables into folders.